Khan Younis, Gaza Strip. Hamas was preparing to release more than a dozen hostages Saturday for several dozen Palestinian prisoners held by Israel. After 7 weeks of war in the Gaza Strip, civilians were given the first respite. While the details of the meeting remained uncertain, there was also optimism on both sides in scenes of joyful families reuniting. On first day of 4-day ceasefire, Hamas released 24 of approximately 240 people it had taken hostage in attack on Israel on October 7. That triggered war, while Israel freed 39 Palestinians from prison. Of those released in Gaza, 13 were Israelis, 10 Thais and 1 Filipino. Hamas on Saturday gave negotiators Egypt and Qatar a list 14 hostages be released. And the list was forwarded Israel because it was not allowed talk about details of ongoing negotiations. According to an Egyptian official who spoke on condition anonymity, a second Egyptian official, speaking on condition of anonymity, also confirmed the details. The head of Egyptian government's press office and the state-run Qahera news outlet said 13 hostages would be replaced by 39 prisoners. According to the ceasefire agreement, Hamas will release 1 Israeli hostage for every 3 prisoners released. The Israel Prison Service said early Saturday that 42 prisoners were preparing to be released. It is not yet clear how many captives who are not Israeli citizens may be released. Overall, Hamas will release at least 50 Israeli hostages, all women and young children, and Israel will release 150 Palestinian detainees during the 4-day ceasefire. Israel said the ceasefire could be extended by an additional day for every 10 hostages released. U.S. President Joe Biden also said he hoped this would happen. A delegation from Qatar arrived in Israel Saturday to coordinate with parties on ground and ensure the agreement moves forward smoothly. According to a diplomat-briefed visit, the start of ceasefire on Friday morning brought the first silence for 2.3 million Palestinians, reeling from brutal Israeli ardment that has killed thousands, displaced 3/4 of population and destroyed residential areas. Rocket fire from Gaza militants towards Israel also stopped. For Emad Abu Hajar, who lives Jabaliya refugee camp in Gaza City area, pause meant he could again search rubble of his home, which was destroyed in Israeli attack last week. The death toll in the attack, which found the bodies of his cousin and nephew, rose to 19, while his sister and 2 other relatives were still missing. He resumed excavations on Saturday. "We want to find them and bury them with dignity," he said. The United Nations said pause allowed it to increase the distribution of food, water and medicine to largest volume since aid convoys resumed on October 21. It also managed to deliver 129,000 liters of fuel. In the southern city of Khan Younis on Saturday, a long line of people with containers waited outside a filling station. Hossam Fayad complained that the brea